Welcome back to another Neat's 2-Minute Tuesdays. I am your trusty host and Neat AT specialist, Ramón Hernández. Today's video is going to be about 9 minutes long. We are using this video as a tutorial segment for Neat's September newsletter. The tool is Adobe Aero, an augmented reality app. The app is free, but only downloadable on iOS devices. Before we get into it, I will admit it's been a few weeks since I've posted a 2-Minute Tuesdays. I've been focusing more on longer webinars that Neat will be having soon and preparing for the coming school year. But I will be posting videos semi-regularly very soon. Please enjoy. It is AR, meaning augmented reality, and I think this would be helpful for students with ADHD or students that have trouble sitting for long periods of time, and I think this could be very useful essentially. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start us off with a geography activity that I have already done. What it's going to ask you to do is scan the area. It wants to collect as much data on the one surface that you have. So just scan the area. Remember, you can only scan one axis at a time, meaning you are not able to scan the Y if you're scanning the X. So that's important to know. So right now I'm scanning the X, meaning the horizontal, the plane. And so what we'll do is we'll place my little Egypt activity here. So if I want to place it, I tap on the screen and we'll place it there. So this is the edit screen. I'm going to bring us over to the preview screen. So now you see all these objects are moving, and if we go over here, we see New York City, or at least what I created for New York City. Here I have scissors and a charging cube and a tiny screwdriver, so you can get the size difference. You can size this up and down however you'd like, but this is AR, so I can go really close into the robot or the pyramid. I can have us move over here to the NYC, and I can have us just go right through the city like that. We can go close to the toy car, or we could say hi to Malik. This is really cool. I will teach you in a second how to place triggers. So if I click on Malik here, he reacts to me pressing onto him. That's a trigger. And then another trigger is over here with the pyramids. If we click on the pyramid, it'll bring us over to a link, a URL that I have in there for pyramids and mummies. Great. So it'll take a second just to realize where it is. Great, and now it'll anchor itself and we are good again. All right, let's go home and let's create a project. First, we'll press on the plus button in the bottom right. Now it wants us to scan the surface. See all those little dots? So let's scan, have you go left to right. Remember, this is a free app. You can use this for free. So we have scanned our surface. Great. We will place our anchor down. Then we will go to the plus button in the bottom left. Press that plus button. For now, we'll have you have starter assets. If you do have an Adobe account, then you can go through Creative Cloud and things like that, or you can even go to your camera roll. But for now, we are going to go to the starter assets, and we are going to go to directable characters. Let's just have us click on, we will pick Emma. Let's pick Emma. So Emma will load right here for us in a second. All right, great. And I will move her right here. Remember, you can always change where she is, but I will click on the screen and that'll place her down. All right, great. It might have trouble sometimes. It's just trying to read the surface, but she is right there. So we'll go a little closer in. What's really cool with Emma that we can do is we can click on her, and then we have all these little menus down here. Move has her move back and forth, left and right, and I can move her up and down. Let's reset her. Actually, we'll bring her over here. Great. So that's move. Rotate, same thing. I can rotate her however I need her on the table. And then scale allows you to scale her up and down And then also over here, there is a lock button for certain things. You can change the width and height different, so it won't lock in. It won't keep a unified size. You can be able to customize it. Emma seems to not want to do that, so it won't let me change that anyways. Oh, I'm sorry, I pressed it. There we go. We'll bring her right here. There we go. Great. And then we have duplicate, delete, and rename. So our behaviors right here. Behaviors are basically how I made the robot dance, how I made the toy car move, and how I made the pyramid spin. So really cool with triggers, and we can get into this in a whole different webinar if you guys really want something like this. But our trigger is something easy. We will start off with start, and then we'll talk about tap. Enter proximity doesn't work too well with me, but starting just means that whenever the preview starts, it will immediately start this action. So we press on action, and we have tons of things here that we can choose from. I really like the play animation because I think this is a way that kids will really want to get into it. So as you see down there, Emma is the subject, and the animation clip that they are doing is dancing, and we'll keep it on dancing. If we open that drop down list, you can see she can point left, right, have a tap reaction. She can wave at the student. Let's see, if we press wave and then this play button in the right, it'll show the wave. So that's a little wave they can do, which is really cool. But for now, let's go to dancing, and then you can see Emma is dancing there. You can change the speed of their dancing, how many times you want that clip to go. You can delay it. For now, we will press infinite, meaning that she will always be dancing. And then we'll create one more trigger. We'll create a tap trigger. That just means when the person taps on Emma in the preview window, they will do a certain action, whatever action you want them to do. What's really cool is when you press the pyramid, it went to a URL. That is at the bottom right there, open URL. But for now, what we will do is on a tap, we will play an animation. Actually, do I want to? Yeah, we'll play an animation, and we'll have her react to the tap, which is right here, tap reaction. We will not make it infinite. It'll just be one, and this is what it looks like. So when you tap her, she'll do that. Great. So now, let's click off behaviors, and I'll show you this. So when we go into preview, she is dancing. Remember, we had her start dancing, and I am about to click on her, and you'll see in a second what she'll do. See, she reacted to the tap. It makes it feel real. It makes it feel like she's actually there, even though she isn't. So that's essentially it for now. That is how you create. You can add so many different things here. I can see this as a huge round table, maybe having the students' names, and all the students get to see this on their iPads or phones. This is only on iOS devices. You can have the iPad up, and the student can be, interacting with these characters in different scenes and such like that through their device, which I think is really cool. You can also do a geography activity, or really any activity with the hyperlinks, like I had Egypt, and then I had NYC. You could have, Paris, you can have an Eiffel Tower, whatever you need to. If you are an Adobe creator, you can, within Photoshop, create things and add them into here. It's really, really cool, and I think super, super helpful. So if you want me to do a bigger webinar on this, there is a desktop version to this where you can really design a bunch of things. Absolutely let me know on my Twitter at neatwithramon, R-A-M-O-N, and I will absolutely do a webinar on this. I think this is really cool, and this is one of my favorite things to talk about, is augmented reality and virtual reality. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.